Hi, welcome to the show. My name's Barry, and at the Calling in Birmingham, I had the pleasure of interviewing Ed, one of the lead designers from By the Same Token. But before we get to that interview, there's a little bit of housekeeping. If you're enjoying this content, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. My newest subscribers are scrolling across now. Thank you so much for joining. And there are a few other ways that you can support me. You can become a patron and see your name in the credits for the show. And plus, I have a tips jar. You will find the links and details for this in the description below. Any contributions are greatly appreciated, as it will help me with the next phase as I look to add streaming to the channel and bring you more flesh and blood action from across the UK. Right, interview time. Hi everybody, welcome back to The Calling in Birmingham. I've been joined by Ed, lead designer from By the Same Token. Dude.
Hello.
Oh my God. Oh, I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for my
worries.
channel. Oh God, it was brilliant.
It's
Absolutely
a pleasure.
brilliant. It was weird because I messaged By the Same Token through your website to say, look, any chance you could do some streaming tokens? And about an hour later, you actually replied on Discord.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was expecting an email. And it was just, we had a bit of a chat on there. And then on the Monday, you went, I didn't realise you sent that over.
I saw you comment on a Facebook post like 2 weeks before, and I was like, oh, it's Baz. I really need to. Baz likes our tokens. I need to message Baz. And then kind of just passed me by for a little while, and yeah, it's like, this is the weekend. I'm gonna do it. And then I don't have access to that email usually, and I was just like, what? But yeah, great
weird.
minds think alike. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been using your tokens pretty much from when you released them. I was just like, oh, I'll get some tokens, brilliant. Because, essentially my channel's all about supporting the UK, supporting UK businesses, and, and that's what I like to do. Support the LGSs, support UK, players, everything. That's primarily the channel. And when you reached out to me and I was just like, I can't believe, this is happening. The tokens you made for me, they're enlarged tokens for the stream. They look really good. We've used them today on Friday's stream for the power tokens, which you designed specifically when I asked you. And I was just like, I'm going to take a shot. I'm just going to ask and put it out there. And you were like, yeah, no worries.
It's a nice quick job.
It was brilliant. The AIM tokens look fantastic. The Go Again, they're all out there for people to use. Everyone who sits at the table, it's like they're very tactile.
So it's like, this was my thing getting into it. The first time I played Fab, which was when I was going to make a live dial for it. I'm not a big TCG player before this, and but I was a big MOBA gamer for a long time, and I was just like, wow, this is so visceral. This feels like a proper duel, and I was like, well, these tokens, they need to be your tiny weapons. They need to be your little armory, and you've got your little tiny sword you can swing around. It's a bit tongue in cheek, obviously, but you can swing that around whilst you're hitting players with your metaphorical sword, and yeah, it's great. And also, I think hopefully it appeals to that collectorness that you've got your little group of weapons in your bag. And
everybody likes to bling out their decks in whichever way is your flavor. But it's just something like a little bit extra that you can do. Instead of using a dice, you can go, look, this is what's representing what I'm doing. And it gets very familiar with what you're doing, like muscle memory. That, and put that on. That's what I like to see.
It's a bit of an indulgence, but when I'm drawing them, I know obviously you could use die for this stuff, but the hope is that there's enough theme and store and just little bits of story in this stuff that you want to use this, because there's just little insinuations behind some of the objects. So there's a lot of inspiration in a lot of the little weapons and stuff. They've all got the same little angelic motif. And I just kind of trying to continue that theme. I'm combing the card art a lot. So all these sorts of little bits.
But it works. It's so good. You guys provided everyone who's entered the calling, the main event. As part of the Fable package, you supplied tokens to everyone, on-hit tokens. Which looked really, really nice. We had a guy called Sam Parry. It was just like, how many tokens can I get? Can I use? And he was just like, right, I've used the Go Again one, I've used the Dominate one. It's like, you can't use the bow, you haven't got a bow. You're playing Bolton. But he was just like, when he had an on hit, he was just like, hang on, I fished that out. I peeled the little protective tape. I put that down, and it was just like,
Yeah,
oh my God, this is so cool. And so how long have you been designing the tokens?
I've been doing that for about 18 months.
Okay.
And I started doing fab for that pretty early. But I mean, it's loads of other stuff as well. But
you guys cover a massive range.
Yeah,
It's not just flesh and blood.
Yeah, it's, all the big LCGs,
Tabletop
Warhammer,
games.
stuff like that as well. And there's so many stuff to cover, but fab for me is my personal little, like, it's my baby, really. And like, we've got a couple more designers now, but that is always my thing, because I just love that game so much. But...
So with the release of Dusk Till Dawn, I reached out to you again, and I was just like, Ed, is there any chance that you can design a token? Because there's a particular card that has come out, which seems to be like the card that everybody wants. Okay, we are going to be going over to the stream table so we can show these off properly. But Ed has designed 2 new tokens, and this is the first time, essentially, that they've been shown outside of, Ed's workshop. Okay, so if you bear with us, okay, we'll go over to the stream table, and Ed can really show off these tokens are just flipping brilliant. I love them. So let's go. Let's go over to the table. Okay, so we're at the streaming table. Ed has got some special tokens that he's designed just in time for the call-in. Ed, what have we got?
So for a new big card, we have War and Peace now, and this is it in its kind of standard size. Little double-sided flip. Someone was suggesting you could flip it as a coin. Probably don't do that. Probably do
Brute
what
players will do that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Gamblers clubs. But we've got that. That will be the regular size that it's available in, and then this is our lovely stream token, which hopefully is going to be nice and clear for everybody today.
Yeah, I mean, we can put them out so they're just on the table, so everyone can see basically what the players have chosen. That's not the only token though, is it?
No, indeed. Bolton, hopefully, getting a little bit of love now, and he will have a new little charge reminder token, and this is for kind of each color strip, well, the ones that are significant. So it's got his basic charge token, then he's got his yellow color strip charge token to just keep track of all those abilities.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I love the way you've put it on the bannerette. It's just like, that is so thematic, and that's what we get from your tokens. It's just like, they're so in theme with the character that they're chosen for.
It's the extra little bit of story, I think, it's always the thing I kind of like to go for. Like, I mean, it's really silly with these, but you can kind of hopefully see the like pen is mightier than the sword kind of motif within this. And then you see on things like some of the weapons, like this kind of little jagged kind of stained glass type thing is always repeated, and then this one's a bit more floral.
I've probably got that.
But
Yeah,
I've got that on aim and go again, for example.
Yeah,
just need some nice and peaceful ones now. Thank you.
Now, not necessarily the streaming tokens are going to be available, but it's something that you're going to be looking at providing.
We're thinking about it. I mean, having made everything I've made for you now, they came out lovely, and I'm now playing with oversized ones, just at the tables. And yeah, I'd love to make them available. It's just what's realistic, but yeah, hopefully soon.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Ed, for making these.
Thank you very much.
And we shall see these on the table today.
Excellent.
Hi, welcome back. Since the calling, By the Same Token is continuing to support the channel and in turn support the patrons of the show. Patrons will now receive a 10% discount at By the Same Token, and I'll pop the code up on Patreon for my members to use. But that's not all. They've kindly given me a few of their streaming size Warmongers Diplomacy tokens, which you've just seen in that interview. So I'll give you a message in a couple of days and we can make sure that you get these. Okay, until next time, enjoy.